Hey, Rick, we had Kyle Strakis.
Yes,
See?
we did.
Look, I can do that.
You can do it. Yeah, you had almost an hour with him.
Yes.
Now you can pronounce his name.
And he's a rising guru. And he was referred to us, and I know why he was referred to us.
Me too.
Speaking with him for 45 minutes, the way he takes care of customers, and the way he goes about doing his business, he understands that it is work.
Yes. He does the things that most people won't do and don't want to do. And he doesn't want to do them, but he does them anyway.
Yep.
And that he'll go a long way.
Yep. So definitely, if you're a newer agent and you're debating on this, you need to listen to this. Or if you're looking to buy or sell, Kyle would be the right guy for you. So do listen to him.
Welcome to Indy's Real Estate Gurus, your ultimate guide to the dynamic world of real estate in Indiana. And I'm Rick Ripma, your hardworking mortgage guy, and I've been in real estate and mortgages for over 24 years.
And I'm Ian Arnold, a loan officer on Rick's hardworking mortgage team, and we are both with Advisors Mortgage Group. Together, we'll empower you with expert advice, market trends, and successful stories from guru realtors and local experts.
Whether you're a homeowner, investor, or pro, join us as we navigate the thriving Indy real estate market.
Now get ready to unlock the doors of success, one episode at a time.
Today we have a rising guru, Kyle. I'm going to mispronounce it. I'm just not even going to try.
Tell me. Strakis. Yeah, there you go.
See, I didn't mispronounce it this time because I asked. All right.
You didn't even try.
Kyle Strakis, and you're with Keller Williams.
Yep.
But you're on a really special team.
Yes, very special team, the Shelia and Michelle Team.
And Michelle was on our podcast, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle, what's her last name?
Chandler.
Michelle Chandler was on our podcast, and she thinks really highly of you.
Well, that was very nice of her.
and she's the one who recommended that we have you on because she sees you as a real somebody who's really going to make a difference in real estate over your career. But before we get into that, let's get into you've got a really, really interesting background. I think a lot of people will maybe even know who you are. So, what did you do before real estate? Tell us what your life was like.
Yeah, so I'm from Brownsburg, Indiana. I went to Brownsburg High School. I played football there and played on the golf team. I was also in show choir, so I kind of dabbled in everything. My best friend was on the wrestling team, and I was also a wrestling manager. So kind of just got involved in all sorts of different things. Throughout high school, I wanted to coach football. Was like my big dream and passion was to be a high school football coach or be a college head football coach. And so that's why I went to University, DePaul with a W. Played football there because I wanted to, learn how to play football more, get some more coaching experience. I was in a frat there, had made great relationships with people. I actually went there with my best friend from high school. So that first year was a lot of fun. And then I decided it wasn't a great fit for me. So I got in contact with someone I knew at the University of Indianapolis. And he hooked me up with a coaching gig on the football team. So I was like a student coach, just kind of helping out the football team. Just really getting my feet under me in the coaching aspect, because that's what I really wanted to do. After that year, I realized I missed competing a lot. And I had played some golf that spring break, and I was like, I can probably compete with some of the guys on the team. So I contacted the coach, walked on to the men's golf team there. And then, so the next 3 years I played on the men's golf team, made some of the best friends I have still to this day. I graduated with my mathematics and secondary education degree. So I was planning on being a math teacher. During student teaching, I really loved it and enjoyed it. Like I made some great connections with some teachers there. Really enjoyed teaching the kids. Like it was actually a lot of fun. I did enjoy it. Just wasn't something that I was willing to do long term for the rest of my life. So after talking to my parents that summer, I really didn't know what I wanted to do. And so I actually ended up interviewing for a medical sales job with multiple different companies. And then someone reached out about real estate.
And that was it.
That was it.
That's awesome. And so you're new to real estate, fairly new, not brand new.
Right. Yep.
So what do you think of it so far?
It's a grind. Yeah, it is a grind. It's a lot of fun. I mean, just trying to figure out what I need to do and where I fit in well at is kind of still what I'm trying to do. Like, what is my niche? Where am I going to get most of my leads from? Where do I really thrive? And that's something that my team's helped me out a lot with, just trying to figure out what am I good at? So just trying to do that right now is just trying to build and build and build and fill the pipeline of people.
Yeah. Well, that's always a challenge for people is to figure out their, where they are and their, who's going to be their best lead source, where you like to work. So we have some people, they really like to work with the first-time home buyers, which is probably something that you'll end up doing, at least some, because
hopefully my friends use me, and they better. So,
but also some people then get into investment property. They just love working in investment property, and others just it becomes a variety of things. Now, I think that's one of the cool things about real estate is you can kind of figure out where your passion is in the real estate industry.
Right. Yeah. So I've been finding that I'm very comfortable, and what I really like to do is hold open houses, in which I'm on a great team where we always have listings coming in. Like, the people on my team are awesome. They're always getting more listings. So I'm always willing to hold open houses for them. I try to hold 2 to 3 a week, and just working with buyer clients, picking up clients that way. That's what I really found where I'm good at talking to people and gaining clients that way. Michelle started her whole business on expireds and FSBOs, for sale by owners. So I'm kind of diving into that a little bit as well, as I'm trying to pick up more listings and stuff like that. So that's kind of the direction that I've headed, and that's kind of where I found, like, all right, this is what I like to do.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to the open houses. So what is your strategy? How are you doing that?
So I'll just pick a house that anybody on my team wants me to hold open, or if I had my own listing, then I would hold that open as well. And then during that week, making flyers, making social media posts, sending it out there to make sure people know, hey, this is when it is, this is where it's at, make sure you come. And then when I'm there, I just, I make sure I'm very familiar with the area, the surrounding area, what there is to do in the area, what big pluses of moving to that area, and then just being an expert on the house, being available to answer any questions that they might have, and just being a source of information for them. Basically, from what I've learned, that education is really related to real estate, because you just have to educate the people on what they're doing, what the house is like. And so just knowing all that and being prepared really is the biggest key to, just being an informational source that they can use. And just being likable, just being friendly when they come in and being sourceful.
Being likable is critical.
Yeah. If you're not likable, I don't think people will pick you up. Yeah, exactly.
Probably the most important thing. If they don't like you right away,
they're not going to use you.
They aren't going to use you, right? Because it takes a long time to work with somebody.
Right.
But so in that, one of the things that we heard, we've heard it many times, but I think Christy Snap was saying that one of the things they do that works really well in their open houses is they go, I guess, an hour or so before the open house, and they go knock on the doors around the house. And they you do that?
I have not dove into that. We just went to Vegas recently for a training trip, and so I went to an open house guru class, and that's like some people have built their whole business on open houses, and so they talked about going into the neighborhood and door knocking and say, hey, we're having an open house in the neighborhood, and just, leaving a flyer, just letting everybody know, because people want to pick out their neighbors. Yeah. So they're going to pick up the phone. If the open house is near their house, they're going to pick up the phone and say, hey, we know somebody that might want to come move in here, and we want them to live in here. So that's another strategy that I'm going to add into what I've been doing. We also, we'll do like a neighborhood call. So like I'll get a phone number list of all the houses in the surrounding neighborhoods, and I'll call and just say similar to that, except I'm just calling, not door knocking. So I'll just call and say, hey, just want to let you know we're having an open house right here. If you know anybody that wants to move into your area, or if you have any family or friends that are looking to move near you, have them come by.
Yeah. But it's amazing too, because I've lived in my neighborhood for 30 something years, and I have been inside the houses around me, I think only 2 of them.
Wow.
Okay. You never, kids do go into houses, right? Because you have your friends there, but the parents
never.
There's never any. There's never seems to be a reason to go into the house. When we go out to dinner. We don't go to the house. Our direct neighbor, we go to their house quite often. They come to ours. But most times you don't. So my point is that if there's a house being open, if there's a house open in my neighborhood, I want to go see it.
Yeah.
But I don't, because I don't want to bother the real estate agent. Okay.
Yeah.
If they came and knocked on my door or called me and said, hey, you're invited, we'd love to have you come, take a look at the house. And I think that would go a long way.
Yeah. And
so
a lot of
sense to me.
Yeah. And a lot of times that's what I'll say. I'm like, hey, neighbors are nosy. Come check it out if you want to see it. Like, I mean, even if you're not looking to sell or buy, it doesn't matter. Come check it out. Come hang out. Like there's no reason for you not to come see it if you want to come take a look.
Plus, you can learn a ton about the neighborhood.
Exactly.
To them.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I've held a house open that we've had for a little bit of time. It's a beautiful home. And the neighbors have come multiple times and just come hang out, and they talk to me about, the history of the home and that kind of stuff. And so you kind of learn a lot about it, and you learn a lot about the people around the house, and that will help you when you get someone who seriously wants to buy it. You have some insider information like, hey,
right,
I know all this, and these people have said this to me, and like this is what you're getting into, and that goes a long way too.
Yeah, those stories. I sold new homes for a builder for 11 years, and those stories go a long way in helping somebody. The people who live in the neighborhood know it best.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And the stories have the most impact. It's really why we do podcasts.
Yeah.
Because the stories make a difference.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I just see that that sounds like a real value, and it sounds like you're doing a really good job in your open houses, which is why I wanted to ask about it, because I looked online, I saw some of your posts too about your open houses.
Yeah, I just try to get it out there and do as many as I possibly can. So, if I can help my teammates sell it, that's great. If I pick up a client from them, that's great too. Whatever's going to help the team is what I'm really trying to do.
Okay. See, what Rick really didn't want to tell you earlier is his neighbors don't want him coming into the house.
They don't.
So starting from, we all have our own comfort zones. So what is one thing you had to do to get out of your comfort zone for anything? Is there anything?
I mean, it's all uncomfortable to start out with. Just the big thing for me is, realizing if I don't get comfortable with it, then I'm not going to be successful. At the end of the day, like picking up and making cold calling is not fun, but it's part of the job. And if I want to make a buck at it, I'm going to have to do it and get comfortable at it. So at the end of the day, it's just kind of like that mindset that like, this is part of the job. And if I want to be successful at it, it's what I have to do, and I have to get comfortable with it. And if I don't want to do that, then I should probably find a different job. So that's kind of like the way that I look at it when I get a task like, gosh, I really don't want to do that. It's like, well, do you want to make a bunch of money and do you want to be successful at this? Then you better be comfortable with it and do it. And like when we were in Vegas last weekend, it was great. Learned a ton. Someone kind of said something to me that really rang and kind of like a light bulb moment. He said, if you're outdoor knocking and you're going up to the door and you knock on the door and you're hoping, I really hope no one's in this house so I don't have to talk to them, you're probably in the wrong business. So if you're making phone calls and you're like, I really hope this person doesn't answer the phone because I don't want to talk to them, then you're probably in the wrong business. Like you should be hoping someone's there so you can make a connection and talk to them, or you're hoping that someone's on the phone so you can make a connection and talk to them. So just kind of trying to just like, at the end of the day, you're just talking to people. I know it stresses some people out, you get nervous about it, but at the end of the day, like it's just a conversation. They're going to say yes or no, and you're on to the next. You have to do things you're uncomfortable with until you get comfortable with them. Correct.
We had an agent on, and his thing is he wants to get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Right.
That was his big thing is, and I thought that was really kind of brilliant.
Right.
Because and you're exactly right. The difference between the people who are really successful and the people who aren't generally are the people who are really successful did the things that the other people wouldn't do.
Right, exactly.
What you're saying. You're going to do the things that other people won't do. And that is of great value, not only to you and your business, but it's of great value to your clientele.
Yeah.
Right? The people you're going to work with, because they're going to have somebody who's going to do whatever it takes and will suck it up and do what they have to do to make everything work out.
Right. At the end of the day, I just want to win because I'm competitive as anyone else. Yeah.
When you do sports growing up,
exactly.
It's one of those things that's almost drilled into you.
Exactly.
You're just a competitive person.
Yeah.
So if somebody's out there and they're listening to this and they want to work with a competitive guy like you, what's the best way they can contact you?
My phone number is 317-292-1404. I'll give that one more time. 317-292-1404. You can contact me there. My email is kylestrakis@kw.com, KYLESTRAKIS@kw.com. Or you can look me up on any socials, Facebook, Instagram. Just look up my name, Kyle Strakis, and you should be able to find me.
And how do you spell Strakis again?
Strakis.
Yeah.
Strakis. You'll get it by the end of this.
I know. I'm trying. You have high hopes. You're a teacher, so maybe
exactly. I'm trying to educate you.
Yeah. Because one of the things we have found is teachers make phenomenal real estate agents.
Yeah, that's what I've heard as well. But yeah, I mean, just knowing the tools to educate people, and then just taking the real estate information I know and teaching it to them is going to be very useful.
Yes.
For me.
Yep. And go ahead.
No, you got to give our information. I want people to contact us too.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you do.
Exactly.
So to contact Ian or I, go to hardworkingmortgageguys.com. That's hardworkingmortgageguys.com, or you can give us a call at 317-672-1938. That's 317-672-1938.
All right. So let's get to know a little bit more about you and not the business.
All right.
All right. So I already know the answer to this. So what do you like doing for fun?
Okay. Yeah. I like to play golf.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah. I like to do anything competitive. I'm actually going to play pickleball with my uncle tonight at Go West Open Play. If you want to get beat, come out. But no, yeah, anything competitive. I love just being active. I do like to watch TV and movies. I am a big TV movie junkie. I like Star Wars, Marvel. The Office is probably the best show ever created. If you want to argue against me, we can definitely have a conversation about that. And I have a puppy, so spending some time with him is a lot of fun. He just turned 1 year old, so I love dogs. So yeah, those are some things that I like to do in my free time.
So since you're an avid golfer and all that, so where's your favorite place to play?
I really play everywhere. I'm not a member anywhere. West Chase is a course near my house in Brownsburg, so I play there often. I'll be in their men's club this spring. Trophy Club, that is in Lebanon. That's probably my favorite course around to go play. It's different. It's link style, a lot of heather, and it's hilly, so it's not like something you see really, and they've got good prices. So, and it's always a good shade. Yeah, exactly.
So, I like that.
Yeah.
If I give Rick 100 extra shots, you think you can still beat him?
How often do you play golf?
Never. I've played. Now, I got to say this though. Okay. And this is weird, but when I worked in a bigger company and they'd have golf outings, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'd be invited.
Yep.
We were invited to an big attorney's office had a golf outing, our attorney. So we went. They took me, and they had it closest to the pin,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you qualify, you got to get close to the pin.
Right.
So I get out of the cart, and I asked the guy I'm playing with. I said, "So what club should I use? I don't know what club you're using." He goes, I had a driver out. And he goes, "No, use a 7-iron." so I had it's like 3 feet from the pin. So I
won it.
I won to play in the actual closest to the pin. Okay. So then we got to the end, and I was closest to the pin. So then I had to go play against 4 other people. And I'm like, I don't want to do this. There's going to be people standing all around, and I'm going to hit the ball and it's going to smack somebody in the head, right? I don't want to do this. They go, well, you get $300 if you win. I said, okay, I'm in.
Well, that's worth it.
That guy can suffer if he gets hit in the head. So everybody else goes first, right? And they get up there and they're fixing fidget in their feet and all that stuff. Now I'm in tennis, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they do all that. I throw the ball down, I walk up and I hit it. And all I can hear from these other guys is, "Oh my God, he's closest to the pin." I won it.
That is crazy.
So
it
might be
100 extra shots. It sounds like I'm definitely in trouble. That's a lot of shots.
Yeah, but this is like the guy that goes gambling for the first time and hits everything and then he goes back again and cannot play and loses everything he has. It was easy the first time.
Yeah, exactly.
My superpower in golf is I don't care.
Yeah.
That I beat my brother who plays all the time because I know I'm no good.
And I would hate that if that ever happened to me.
But the biggest thing is,
I wouldn't beat you. I guarantee you, I would not beat you. Not even on a hole.
I've been beat by a lot of people, so you might.
Just don't bet money on it.
Yeah.
You heard the key thing.
Right.
Once I found out the 300,
okay.
all right, I'll do it.
Yeah.
But other than that, he's like, who cares?
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, not worrying about it helps a lot. So
Yeah,
it
for
does.
sure.
So what do you normally score? What's your
Oh, I mean, since I don't play or practice as much anymore.
when you did? What about when you did?
When I was on the men's team, I think my average was probably 77, 78 in competitive rounds. I mean,
par 72.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, nothing crazy, but I mean, enough to compete.
Yeah.
There were definitely a lot of guys that were a lot better than me on the team, but it was just fun learning from them.
Yeah.
My junior year, my sophomore and junior year, we had a really strong team, and a lot of those guys have went to go try and turn pro. I'm not near as good as those guys. Those guys are incredible. Like going and watching them is like, wow. And learning from them was a lot of fun. And then my senior year, I did get to play some in the starting lineup, so that was cool. But yeah, it's more of a, I mean, now that's more of a fun thing. I went and played this last weekend. I think I shot like 82 or something like that. So nothing crazy, but you know, if I'm practicing and actually working at it, mid 70s, if I play really well, even or better. Just somewhere around there.
Your problem with golf may be your mathematical skills.
That could be
your
that
problem.
should not be my problem. Bro. That should be what I'm good at.
You probably count everything. See if you didn't. See, it's your skill.
Yeah.
See?
My skill of adding up everything correctly.
Exactly.
Right.
When you hit it,
a lot better because I
don't add. You miss a couple here or there.
When you hit it in the water, that's 3 extra balls you get.
Oh, that's funny.
You do know the rules.
Hey,
Yeah, it sounds like it. Yeah.
So we know golf is one of your superpowers, but what about in real estate? What would you say your superpower is?
I would say I have 2 superpowers in real estate. The first being that I'm willing to work any hour of the day. I mean, being young and, you know, I have a puppy to come home to, but that's about it. I'm willing to work anytime. If you need to go see anything, I'm going to go out there and show it to you at midnight, whenever you want to go see it. I hear agents in meetings, and, you know, these are agents that have families and stuff, like blocking off time for this and this and this, you know, setting that boundary with your client. I think differently about that. I think if you want to go see something or you want me to write an offer at this time of day, I'm going to do it. I'm here to work for you. So just, you know, I'm willing to do anything would be that, and I'm not scared to do anything. That would be the other thing. My second superpower is my team. I just know that the team that I'm on, those 8 or 9 other agents that I'm with, they all have my back. If I don't understand something, they're going to be there to help me out. If I'm writing a contract and, you know, I have an issue with it, I can call up Michelle, Brian, anybody at any time, and they're going to be there to answer and help me out through that process. And, you know, we all just work together. We just match make all the time. Like if we have a listing, we have a client, we're just matchmaking all the time. We have a big board with everybody's names, everybody's wants and needs. And so if you're on that board, we look at it every day and just say, oh, this works with this works with this. And, you know, that's how we move so many listings and get so many buyers in. So I think being on that team is just, you know, it's awesome. I wouldn't say that I have one sole superpower. I would say being on that team is just awesome.
No, I think other than the person who flies,
yeah,
your superpowers are as good as anybody.
I would hope so in real estate. Yeah.
No, I think I like the fact that you see the value of the team that you're on.
Yeah, no, it's been so good. They've helped me out so much. I've just learned a lot, and you know, and Michelle, who I work closely with, my business partner, you know, she'll go on showings with me, come hold open houses with me, and just to be there and learn from her because she's been so successful. It's awesome. I'm so happy where I'm at. I know that if I do the right things, I do what they say, I'm going to grow and be great at this industry. Yeah. So it's comforting being on that team and having them behind me. It's great.
All right. So with those mentors, what do you think the greatest lesson that they have, or phrase or something they have taught you?
The greatest lesson or phrase that they have taught me. Michelle and Brian and all of them, you know, our team, the biggest thing that hits home with us is treating our clients well and doing what's in their best interest. I've heard of agents, you know, that will do anything to get a deal done. And sometimes that's not the right thing to do. It's about treating your clients well and, you know, doing what's best for them. Even if that means that I'm not going to get a paycheck. So, just treating your people right is something that we preach all the time on our team. And, that's the biggest thing to me that they've taught me is, sometimes it's not all about cashing a check. It's about treating people right. And, at the end of the day, that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, it makes all the difference. And customers realize that.
Yeah.
They find that because the reality is, yes, we're in sales, but we're also all customers of somebody, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
We can pick up when you got somebody who you can tell they're not, your interest is not what they care about. So their interest is what they care about.
Exactly. I mean, at the end of the day, all the people on my team are great people, and we want to work with great people. We want to treat them, how they want to be treated, and we want to win the deal for them, and we want to do what's right for them. It's not about us cashing a check. It's about getting them in the perfect home to where they're going to be happy and doing what's right for them. Yeah. So that's the biggest thing that they've taught me.
Well, home's a big investment.
Yeah, and it's probably the biggest investment that you'll make in your life.
Right.
And
it's long term.
Yeah,
it's your life is in that. It's amazing if you think about everything it affects in somebody's life when they make a decision and they buy a house. Mm-hmm. Now you've changed. It's the neighbors that you have, the friends that you're going to have, who your kids are going to go to school with, who your kids are going to play with. It changes your entire life.
Exactly. Yeah. For sure.
It's huge.
And unless you're like my mom who wants to move every 3 years and change everything. But yeah, it is a long lifetime investment.
Yeah. Whoa. So I just heard your number one client is your mom.
I would hope she would use me. And of course, now that I'm a real estate agent, she doesn't want to hop around and move anywhere. But now she's finally happy where she's at, of course, right? But no, I'm just joking with her. She's awesome. But yeah.
But you probably learned a lot about moving and everything else just by being.
I've learned that moving things around is awful and carrying big objects is not fun.
You mean hire somebody, right?
Exactly. But I'm always the one that gets hired to do all that for us. So
yeah, well, that's good. So your clients have somebody in their back pocket. Who heavy items.
If my clients do want to use me to list or move, then I'll come and help you move stuff. That'll be my selling point.
Because I'd have said, I'll give you a number to somebody who.
No, I'll do it myself if they need me to. Yeah.
Oh.
You say that now, but there's going to be that one house you walk into. You're just like, why did I do this?
Okay, maybe we should rethink that.
Yeah.
There was one agent that was on, and he did basically the same thing. And they were like, well, we got a bunch of stuff we got to get rid of. Well, I guess he stayed there all night, and he posted all their stuff on Facebook Marketplace, and and people just randomly showing up, pick up items. And he goes, I would never do that again.
That's incredible. I'm sure that took a really long time too.
What was he doing?
He had his house. They were trying to sell the house, and the people had all this stuff in there, and they didn't want to take it. So he put it on Facebook Marketplace, and he was just listing items.
Oh,
now he sold it for them, or he got the
I don't know how the money went.
Okay.
But I know that the stuff had to be out of the house.
Okay,
and so couches and lamps, and he was telling us, and it's just like, wow.
Yeah,
I don't think right. I remember that.
You gotta sometimes jog his memory.
Yeah,
a little battery jump start.
Sometimes that helps.
Yeah,
sometimes that helps.
So people are listening to you talk, and there's people out there that want to go golfing, but they need a real estate agent to go golfing with.
Yeah,
and they just want to talk real estate and golf 18 holes or 9 holes. What's the best way they can get in contact with you?
You can give me a call or shoot me a text anytime at 317-292-1404. Again, that's 317-292-1404. Email me, Kyle Strakis at kw.com, KYLESTRAKIS at kw.com, or Instagram, Facebook. Just look up my name and you'll be able to find me.
Awesome. And to get a hold of Ian or I, go to hardworkingmortgageguys.com. That's hardworkingmortgageguys.com. Or you can give us a call at 317-672-1938. It's 317-672-1938.
All right. So now we're going to ask a really hard question.
And
for you, it's going to be really hard because it's probably a long time ago.
Oh, God.
But it's what we call the question of the week. And what was your first car?
A Dodge Nitro.
Okay.
Was my first car. So I was obsessed with Jeep Wranglers in high school. And actually, I think the roots of that began because I was a big Monster Jam fan as a kid. My grandparents used to take me to Monster Jam all the time. And my favorite truck was Gravedigger. And it's kind of in the shape of a Jeep Wrangler if you really look at it. So I think that's why I love that shape. And my parents, I was lucky enough my parents got me my first car. they weren't getting me a Jeep Wrangler. Those were a little expensive. So they got me a Dodge Nitro, which is kind of the similar box shape. But yeah, that was my first car.
So do you still want a Jeep Wrangler?
I was lucky enough to be able to move up to a Jeep Wrangler. I actually got one and then I totaled it. So that was pretty cool. Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun actually. And then, yeah, I've had 2 Jeep Wranglers and then I actually sold my last one and now I am in a Mazda CX-5 maybe. Trying to save some gas money.
No, hey.
Yeah.
I understand
Jeeps
that.
Get good gas mileage. No,
Nope.
Wranglers do not.
No.
Well, why does a realtor need to say gas mileage? I don't understand.
Because we drive everywhere. Yeah, we're just driving from house to house. And my office is actually, office is actually in Martinsville, Indiana. And I still live in Brownsburg. So I do travel out there often for open houses and meetings. So saving that gas money is a lot of help, a lot of beneficial. Yeah.
And gas keeps changing. It goes up, goes down. You never know what you're going to be spending.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's crazy. So Jeep Wranglers are a great vehicle. You've had 2 of them. I think I've had 3 of them. But as you get older, you'll find that they aren't as comfortable as they used to be. So you may want to have them now while you're young.
Well, I think my sister has one, so I'll get the benefits of, the doors and top off in the summer whenever she isn't using it. I'll just go over to her house and steal it from her.
You can do like I'm looking at right now, is just have it as a third car. You don't have to drive it every day, but on the weekends with the fam or whatever, you're going out with some friends, going golfing, just toss clubs in and go.
Yeah. They are a lot of fun in the summer for sure. So I'm lucky that she has one. I'll just bum off of her for a while.
Let her pay for gas.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, did you fill it up on your way back? No, I did not. It's in your driveway.
You got it.
Yeah.
I love you, sis.
She's a pharmacist, so I think she's okay.
Yeah. She doesn't mind paying for your gas, right?
No.
Yeah, that's all right. So you're getting going. I know you use social media, so I want to hear about your social media strategy. What are you doing on social media, and what's your strategy for it?
Yeah, so I just make sure anything that I have going on, I'm posting it to my stories and my feed, and Facebook, and we tag everybody on our team, in all of our posts related to social or related to real estate, of course. And so basically, our strategy is just to blow it up. Like if I post something, I'm texting in my team group chat, hey guys, I just posted this. Can you guys go like, comment, share it? Because the faster you do that, the faster it's going to get out there, the more people are going to see it. And so we really hit on that in weekly meetings all the time. Like, hey, if you're posting something related to real estate, make sure you tag us all in it. Make sure you let us know when it's going to go out there, and we're going to have each other's backs, and we're going to like it, comment on it, share it to everybody so that it's seeing that many more sets of eyes every time that we do it.
So what's the difference between liking it, sharing it, and comments?
So you can like a post, or you can like love a post, or do a heart. So like on Facebook, mainly. So like when you like it, it's just I don't know the exact algorithm of it or even what is said about it. But when you do that, Facebook just it just shows that it's getting popular, I guess. And so it's going to show up on more people's feeds, the more comments and likes and shares I have. So like when you share it, so like if Michelle was to post something, I would go click share, and then it would just, whatever she posted would go on to my page, basically. So everyone would see it. All my followers would see what she posted.
Okay.
So basically if I have an open house, I'm going to tag all my teammates in it, and then they're all going to share it. So all of their followers will see it. All of Brian's followers see it. All of Brooke's followers will see it. So once everybody shares it like that, then that's how we get more eyes on it. Okay. And so we do that with all of our listings, all of our open houses. We all go and like and share it and comment on it so that it's getting in front of everybody's eyes, basically. So like if you have a list with us, like so many people are going to see it, and we're going to hold so many open houses at it that way that it gets moved quickly for you.
So do you only post real estate stuff, or do you post other stuff?
If you follow me, you will see that I tend to post a lot of videos of my dog. That would be
There's nothing wrong with that.
Real estate stuff, and I'll post videos of me and my dog doing stuff. Other than that, I don't post much personal stuff. I probably should share a little bit more. But yeah, mainly real estate information and stuff about my dog would be the main. So if you like puppies, come check them out.
What type is it?
It is a Springer Doodle.
Okay.
So that is a Springer Spaniel mixed with a poodle. My parents have. He is 10 years old. He's a Springer Doodle, and he was supposed to be my dog when I was a kid, and I didn't do a great job of taking care of him, so it became my parents' dog, shockingly. But yeah, so I wanted to get my own. So yeah, I got the same type as him. He's a lot of fun. He's pretty energetic. Sheldon's actually, that's my parents' dog. He's actually in surgery right now, getting his ACL repaired. So prayers up for him. But yeah. Yeah.
So are you better at taking care of the dog now?
Yes, I am better at taking care of the dog now. My mom might argue otherwise, but no, I definitely am.
That's parents' responsibility, though. Just to always say, you're not doing good enough.
Yeah, exactly. But no, he actually feels like my son. It's actually fun. I'll tell people, yeah, my son, I have a son. And they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, and my dog. But yeah, he is my son. So
yeah, that's how it is. I want to go back to likes, shares, and comments.
Mm-hmm.
Is one better than, so if you're posting something and I see it and it's an open house, is it better that I like it, share it, or comment on it?
I think you should do all three.
Oh, you do all three?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you should do all three because that's just going to add more people to see it. It's going to be more popular. But if you're going to pick one, if you only want to do one, I would share it. Okay. That way, if you share it, that means all of your followers are going to see it for me. So
I just wondered how it works. So I'm just trying to.
I'm not the best at describing how it works. I get
it now.
I know that if someone posts something on my team, I'm going to like, share, and comment. I'm going to do all three. I don't know exactly how it all works.
He just has good mentors that told him, this is what you're going to do. And he goes, yes.
Yep. Yes, ma'am. That is what I'm going to do. Yeah. You tell me what I'm going to do.
No, I think that's awesome. Is there a certain type of comment that matters, or just the fact that you commented?
Just the fact that you commented, yeah.
Okay.
So just do a happy face every single time.
Yeah, you could.
That's all. Yeah. Well, I think it helps people. If you comment on it, your followers are more likely to read it, probably, because they see if you make a good comment.
Right. Exactly.
A smiley face.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to take the easy way out on that.
Hey, just put in there hardworking mortgage guys. Every comment. There you go.
And I'll comment to your comment. They are. They are the best.
They are.
Yes.
No, he'll comment with his name and his email address, and we'll just keep it going.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes.
Exactly.
Whatever it takes.
So I know you're new into the business.
Mm-hmm.
So what is your ultimate, if I had to say in 10 years, you have your ultimate dream, what's your ultimate dream?
I would like to own a couple of my own investment properties, just to kind of build that generational wealth. And just to, work hard every year, and whatever that comes out to be, that'll be good enough for me.
Owning rental properties is a great objective for a real estate agent.
Yes. Yeah, my first property that I want to buy a duplex, live in half of it, rent out the other half, and then have enough to where I can just rent out the other half and keep that, and then just keep building on having my own investment properties while still doing real estate.
Yeah, we have a couple of financial advisors come in, and they were on our show. And that's the main thing they were talking about with real estate agents is if you want to invest a lot, it's not the stock market. It's not all this. Yeah, do that. But real estate agents already in real estate.
Exactly.
Why don't you invest in there? You already know what that is.
Exactly.
More than you'll ever know what stocks are.
Exactly. Yeah. And I've learned a lot from my team because a lot of members on my team do have a lot of investment properties on their own. And I've learned that's the best way to just have passive income coming in through. So I'm not there yet. Obviously, I'm not.
It takes
there
time.
yet. Exactly. Yeah. I know that, but having that plan ahead, that would be a good goal of mine. Is just to have a good amount of investment properties to where I have that passive income coming through would be a big goal of mine. Yeah. And I want to win Rookie of the Year this year. That's my big goal. That's what I'm going to do.
Awesome.
For Keller Williams.
For Keller Williams.
Yep.
Is that nationally or locally or?
That's just locally with Keller Williams, Indy Metro South.
Okay.
That's how I want to
That's
win.
pretty big though.
I would like.
There's a lot of agents there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big company.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do it.
Awesome.
So
well, one of the things is you're working, which is really important, and you're doing the things that most people don't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of people who won't do those, and all that will pay off.
I hope so. Yeah.
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 But you're competitive.
Yeah.
And you're used to. It's one of the things I've always found about people who played sports. They tend to go one of two ways. One way is they put all the effort they did putting into sports into their careers, and they flourish.
Yeah.
The others is and these seem to be the superstars. They don't put the effort forward in anything other than that, like they did in sports. And it's just, maybe it's everybody knows who they are. They flourish because everybody knows who they are.
Are you saying I wasn't a superstar?
I don't know.
No, he's flourishing.
I'm just messing with you.
Because it could be the superstar who everybody knows who you are. And Brownsburg, I bet you a lot of people know who you are.
Some, I would hope. Yeah.
You grew up there. So,
yeah.
Yep. And you caused lots of you played sports.
I probably did both. Probably should have shared some of those.
You weren't like Ian. Ian was a problem child.
Hey,
why is that?
Why not? It's more fun.
Sometimes.
Hey, after 18, everything gets expunged.
Yeah.
We're sending this to your kids. Just this piece.
All right.
Just so they know. Just so
they wouldn't believe it anyways.
No, that's funny.
Dad always lies.
So what has been kind of surprising to you in real estate? Like what you thought real estate would be like and what it's actually like?
I thought I would just have a bunch of people call on my phone to want to be my realtor because they're my friends. No, it's about what I thought it was going to be. Everyone told me it was going to be a grind coming into it, and I know that. And they're like, "You're not going to make any money starting out," and I'm like, "Okay," but I mean, just knowing that beforehand, and just being ready to stick it out, and having. I actually joined a remodeling team with my sister's friend. Him and his dad run a remodeling business. So I work with them part-time, learning more about houses, and so when
great thing to do.
Yeah. So learning how to do all that. And when my clients are like, what would it cost to redo that bathroom? So like having those numbers, and, having some income there too, to, help me pass through this rough patch that hopefully won't last long. But yeah, just learning all that too. But yeah, I mean, just knowing ahead of time, like it's going to be a grind. In the long term, it's going to pay off.
Yeah, I think that's really an awesome thing to do. I have to congratulate you on that because you learn so much about houses by remodeling.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You tear things apart and then you rebuild them. You're gonna be able to look at a house. You're going to be able to understand not just the cost, but what would it take to do that,
or if you even can do that,
or can do that, or maybe what, this is a real issue. Yeah, you think. Because it's amazing. People go, well, just move that wall. It's not that easy.
Right. Yeah, it's not that easy. And granted, I don't know a ton about it just yet. I just started like a couple weeks ago, so I don't know a ton about it yet. But yeah, once I get going with them, a good amount, I will.
You'll learn a ton.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I think
I got to give props to my girlfriend for that. She was like, you need to learn how to use tools because I don't know how to use tools. She's like, you need to be able to fix stuff around the house, whatever we have on, and do all this. I was like, all right, I'll become a handyman for you. So that's why why I got into that. Yeah.
I have to disagree with your girlfriend because I can use tools, but the best tool I have is a phone. I call somebody who knows how to do it.
Exactly. And I need to be the guy who can do it. So that's what I said. Okay, whatever you suggest, I'll do.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you're doing the right thing. You're following what she said.
Yeah.
My wife never said that to me. She just assumed I was going to be handy like her dad.
And I blame my dad for not teaching me. But granted, I probably wasn't the best. I wasn't probably the most easy. He probably did ask me to come help him do stuff. I'd be like, I'm not doing that.
When you have kids, you'll realize how hard it is to teach your own kids.
Yeah.
It's different. Because they don't really think you know anything, do they?
No. It's interesting is I coach my kids in basketball and soccer and all that. And I'm starting to be where, all right, I'm going to be dad now and not coach. And it's interesting that I'll watch them. They'll listen to the other coaches. But when I told them to go do stuff, they would, oh, no, let me go run off and do this. I'm like, no, that's not what I told you to do.
Me and my dad have this similar, he coached me all my years growing up. He played football at IU. And so he taught me, or he coached me in football, all my young travel teams, rec teams, football field, great relationship. We worked really well together. And then put him on the golf course with me, caddying for me, hated each other just because I knew he never actually really golfed. And so I never trusted him. And we did get in numerous fights on the golf course, but
that's great.
But on the football field, we were great because I knew he knew what he was doing and I trusted him. But then when we get on the golf course and things went south quickly, and easy to say I did not let him hang around and help me out on the golf course in high school. But No, football, we had a great relationship. So similar to.
So if you need to build something with your dad, just go to do it on a football field.
Yeah, I guess we could definitely do that. Yeah.
I don't know. I think it'd be great to watch a golf going on with the caddy and the player fighting.
It's called Happy
That'd be
Gilmore.
awesome.
It definitely happened. I mean, I for sure remember. I mean, it was when I was young. I was playing in a summer tournament, and we were talking about a shot. And he's like, "Just let the club do the work," and I just set the club on the ground and walked away. So I was like, I don't think I was playing very well that day, but we definitely did not get along on the golf course.
Yeah, that doesn't go over too well with your dad, I bet you.
No. So we decided to just part ways on the golf course.
That was smart.
Let someone else teach me.
Yeah.
All right. So this is the last time I'm going to ask, but what's the best way if somebody wants to play golf with you, talk real estate, or just wants to get to know you?
Yeah.
What's the best way?
You can shoot me a call, shoot me a text anytime, 317-292-1404. Again, that's 317-292-1404. My email is kylestrakis@kw.com, KYLESTRAKIS@kw.com, or Facebook, Instagram. Just look up my name, same way as it's spelled in the email, and you'll be able to find me.
Yep. And to get a hold of Ian or I, go to hardworkingmortgageguys.com. That's hardworkingmortgageguys.com. Or you can give us a call at 317-672-1938. It's 317-672-1938. And please follow us for more Indy's Real Estate Gurus.
A reminder, if you have any friends, family, or coworkers looking to buy, sell, refinance, let us know. We'll be more than happy to help you. Hey, Kyle, thank you for joining us on our show. It's been a pleasure having you on.
This has been a lot of fun. Thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to come and talk to you for a little bit today. It's been a blast. I didn't know what to expect because I've never done anything like this. But no, it's definitely been a lot of fun, and learning about you guys too. It's been awesome.
Yeah. And we're going to have to put you up against Rick, maybe for charity or something, on the golf course to see how this goes. We'll give you
100 shots. 100 shots.
Yeah, something like that.
With 100 shots, I'll do it. I have a lot of confidence that if he shoots a 78 and he has all I have to do is shoot under 178, I can do that.
But I get to pick the course, and you have to play exact golf rules.
I don't even know the rules.
Exactly. So I'll keep track of everything. We'll see.
Oh, you're going to add?
Yeah. I'm a math teacher.
Yeah, okay.
No, he was a math teacher.
Was a math teacher, yes.
I'm good at math. I'm in finance. I just not on a golf course.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you should have to count every shot.
All right.
I agree sometimes.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Branch NMLS number 33041. Ripma's NMLS number 664589. Arnold NMLS number is 1995469. Equal housing opportunity. Some restrictions apply.